Yo gamer, Nemi here and welcome to another Tekken 7 video, and today my boys I have a good video for you guys. Like, this information is gold, so it regards the hit system. So firstly, I have this PDF file which I got from one of my Tekken groups on WhatsApp. I don't know if this was officially released by Namco, but either way, this file showcases every character's move list, or at least the most important moves in terms of like hit system moves, hit engagers, the hit smash, the rage art, and the power crush. So now what I want to talk about is how in-depth the hit system actually is in this game. Like, at face value, and going back to when Harada had the interview at the Tekken World Tour finals, like, what was discussed about the hit system made it seem so one-dimensional, right? You have this system that gives you basically a rage drive that wastes oil meter. It gives you two bars which give you the ability to use plus frames on your opponents, and that was basically it. The only thing they did say was that every character was made unique to cater for like the traits they have, or like what martial arts they do, or basically their fighting style, right? Each hit engager was unique to a character's fighting style. Now, you don't see just how in-depth this is until you actually watch some gameplay. So like, Tekken 8 has been everywhere right now. There's like dev gameplay going around. Spag out here dropping videos. These guys had an alpha test in Lyon, France. So we're getting all this information from these guys. So now I wanted to talk about this. Let's talk about this. I'll explain every hit system for each character, because remember guys, they are all different. Every character has a unique ability or abilities whilst they are in hit. So let's start with the cold-blooded oppressor, probably the most popular character right now in Tekken 8. Like, everyone is freaking hyped for Kazuya, and this is thanks to how sick his trailer was, and like how main man is losing his shit over Kazuya. So like, my man is like everywhere. So hit system, Kazuya Mishima allows the use of new moves using the power of the Devil Jin, and his second ability allows the use of the EWGF without the just frame input. This one is crazy. But let's talk about the first one first. Allows the use of new moves using the power of the Devil Jin. Now, I believe we have seen this in his trailer, in some of the gameplay that has been released. I will do reaction videos on the gameplay, of course. We'll break it down, talk about everything. So don't worry boys, I got you. I got you. So like I said, we have seen this in his trailer. He does have certain moves that, when not in hit, that he can do. He does have this flash to his Devil Jin mode, kind of like Jin with the wing, but for Kazuya he kind of goes like full on Devil, right? But like, this is not the fully Devil Kazuya mode. The Devil Kazuya mode is in hit. So when Kazuya goes into hit, he has this access, like he has access to these more powerful moves, right? That's basically Kazuya's hit system. For example, here, excuse me, we've been given some moves like 1-1-2 hold forward. The main man did break down, you know, how good Kazuya is in the game, so I just suggest you watch that video. So he did say 1-1-2 has been buffed, but he didn't try it, unfortunately, so we don't really know how this works. But the notation here is 1-1-2 into hold forward, so I assume he does have maybe some kind of dash or some kind of follow-up. All we can do is just wait. Then we have 1 and 4, which is, I believe, the power crush. That freaking Tobe, where he like flashes, or he's kind of like Devil Jin back 2+4. That's what this is. Then of course we have the Hell Sweep that goes into Heaven's Gate. TMM did say, of course, you don't have to like just frame input it, you just have to mash it and it will come out. So these are a few examples of Kazuya's enhanced moves whilst in hit or whilst in Devil Jin mode. So only unique to Kazuya. So now, like I said guys, it's very in-depth, right? It just removes the face value of the first information we got about the hit system, having, you know, plus frames in the rage drive and the hit dash and the hit burst, right? All that is just like face value. If we take into account all these unique abilities all these characters have, this system is actually insane. It's actually insane. And the second one, of course, is the use of the EWGF without just frame input. Now, I'm not really sure how I feel about this yet. There are those people that do love playing Kazuya because of the high skill ceiling, execution ceiling that he has. So this might be a turn off for most of the Kazuya players. But I don't know. It's kind of it's 50-50, right? You only get 10 seconds of the hit. So I mean, it's not that bad. You just have to see how it works out. But so far, I'm not sure how I feel about this, but I don't think it's much of a big deal. So that's basically Kazuya's abilities whilst in hit. Let's move on to his son, the Lightning of Fate. Konya's title, bro. Kazama Jin. It's basically the same thing with Kazuya, right? The first one allows the use of new moves using the power of the Devil Jin. The second one allows the use of the electric thrusting uppercut and electric wind hook fist without just frame input. So I have CD2, which is his normal electric, and CD1. So now, what I love about this is the fact that Jin has like 6 combos in Tekken 7, which require you to do like both electrics, right? All standing 2 into CD2 electric into all standing 2 into CD1 electric into CD2 electric into screw, right? That juggle is very execution heavy. But now in hit, that will be very, very easy to do. I'm actually a very huge fan of this because that combo is just sick to watch, bro. It's sick to look at. But like I said, guys, it takes away the excitement of having that high execution factor, right? Having, the satisfaction of landing that hard combo. It takes that trait away from it. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword, right? It's either way, it can go both sides. So I don't know, how do you guys feel about this? Using the electric without just frame out and hit. Tell me how you feel. And of course, the first one allows the use of new moves using the power of the Devil Jin. We saw some moves in his trailer, right? He gets like Omen stance, or in hit, all these enhanced Devil Jin moves. We saw that with Jin. It's basically like Kazuya, but just kind of different. But the hit system mechanic is basically the same. So for example, we have down back 1+2 when hit or guarded into 1. I'm not sure what move this is. Honestly, with Jin, I don't really know what's going on, so we have to just wait until we're given some more information. Probably watch main man's Jin trailer breakdown as well. I'm sure he explains that in depth. Then we have Kazama Jun, Light of Hope. Very awesome, very, very freaking awesome title. So her first ability, whilst in hit, allows the use of Kazama's power, health reducing move without reducing health. So now for this one, we have seen this in the gameplay that has been released recently. There are some moves that drain Jun's health. I noticed moves that have the little orange thing, the yellow light, right? That sound it makes, the very angelic sound, the yellow light. Those moves seem to drain health when she does them. Now, what I don't get about this ability is the fact that every character that attacks whilst in hit, if you guys did know, every character that attacks whilst in hits gets health back. If they have been, like, there's chip damage in the game, right? A character in hit will chip you down if they attack you, and you gain that health back by attacking your opponent. So now what I don't get is that, is this ability just unique to Jun now? Or what? Because it doesn't really make sense, because everyone can bring health back, right? But I just think it's to compensate the fact that she uses her own health when she does these powerful moves. So I guess it does make sense in a way. That's basically her first ability. I'm sure the footage I'm showing here shows some health, some moves that are draining her health, and some moves that are bringing her health back. A second ability is allows the use of the powered up version of Inner Peace. So now Inner Peace, I think, is the stance that she does. This angelic pose, very, very awesome pose. So I think in hit the stance is enhanced. So June is kind of interesting. I'm really interested to try it out. I wasn't really a huge fan of her trailer, but after learning about this whole mechanic, it does kind of make me interested to like try her out. Not really like play her, but just figure out how it works and all that stuff. Moving on to Paul Phoenix, the Karen of the King of Iron Fist Tournament 8, the hot-blooded destroyer. King sorry, Paul allows the use of the powered up version of Phoenix Smasher. So basically, I'm sure Paul's Phoenix Smasher becomes like a rage drive when he's in heat. Or the damage is amped up. Probably is maybe safe or has pushback or something. But this is actually very scary. This applies to like down one two as well, which has the same extension, is basically a Phoenix Smasher, so it applies to that as well. And 1+2 I think is that new move that he did in the trailer, so I'm sure in hit it's like buffed, probably a shitload of damage because Paul hits like a fucking truck. So man, I'm really scared of Paul. Like Paul has always been a scary character that can just kill you, bro. Like you never have a life lead against Paul, so this is something, it's scary. Like Paul is a damage guy. He's the damage guy right next to Murdoch, right? These are like the two damage gods in Tekken. So very interesting ability. I have to try this as well. Second one allows the use of powered up versions of hold moves. Now this was explained back at the Tekken World Tour finals. They did say that Paul has access to guard break. It was even shown in the trailer. So moves like down one, hold 2, and back 2, hold 1. So he's like the new Fakumram at the wall. Better be careful for that shit. Have your powers ready, have your power crushes ready, because I know there are also gonna be some really disgusting setups with this. Like Paul is gonna be a very scary character. He's looking to be top tier as usual. Moving on to Marshall. So the legendary dragon allows the use of powered up versions of nunchaku moves. Now this was explained as well at the interview with Harada at the TWT finals. So basically his nunchuck moves are enhanced whilst in heat. They did show his move. I don't know if it's like his new down forward 2 or something like that, but he does this nunchuck attack which just knocks you out. But when in heat, it's like enhanced and it launches your ass, like throws you right into the new screw move. So this is basically Law's mechanic. Not much to it, I guess, but you have to see, you have to look at the damage numbers and the frames and all that stuff. But this is like really early. But I do like Laws as well. They didn't really go that deep because Law is a freaking good character. So yeah, it fits his niche well. Like Paul is supposed to be that Bruce Lee guy, right? So moving on to King, Anger of the Beast. And bro, I'm just gonna say it right now. I did say I'm going to try out King in my community tab when his trailer dropped. Like his trailer just sold me, bro. This is a character I'll be playing right along Lars if we ever get an open beta. And his system is insane. Like his hit system is mad. It's crazy. The first one is allows the use of Power Crush version of Jaguar Sprint. Now we've seen this. It was also explained. Basically that dash that he has, where he points at the opponent and runs at the opponent, has no armor when he's not in hit, then has armor when he is in hit. So it becomes like buffed up. You have to use like laws to break the power crush, which becomes very scary. So really sick system. That dash looks sick, by the way. The Jaguar Sprint, bro. Like King's overhaul is probably my favorite so far. I ain't even gonna lie, King looking kinda nice, bro. Sheesh. The second one allows the remaining time of hit state to replenish with certain throws. Now this is what really caught my eye. Like this is insane. Basically, he regains his meter back every time he does certain throws, and some of these throws are unbreakable. So we have running Shining Wizard, we replenish his bar. We have Muscle Buster, we replenish with bar, and down 1+4, which seems to be a new grab. We don't know what it is exactly. And they do say ETC, so I'm guessing like the RKO as well. We replenish his meter, which is insane, bro. Right? The more bar you have, you know, the more you have to use, like, you know, hit dashes and stuff like that. So it's really insane. Like this mechanic will probably be changed when beta comes or like the last build comes, because it's pretty crazy, bro. Having the ability to replenish your hit gauge, I don't know about that, Namco. I don't know about that. But overall, I was interested in playing King before this stuff came out, guys, just to put it out there. So I'm not like tiahoing or anything like that. But anyway, it's early stuff, guys. We don't know how long this stuff will last, if it will even be in the game. But King definitely has one of the best, if not the best, hit system in the game so far. Lars Alexanderson, my boy, my main for Tekken 8 Alpha so far, alongside King. The first one allows the use of the powered up version of limited entry. So now, from what research I've done, limited entry seems to be the new stance that he has. I mean, it's not new, but he's always had it. But basically, the little dance that he does when you hold down, that puts you in full crouch. So basically, like down back 1-3, right? Then hold down. It puts you into crouch, where he has access to that low, that new low, that full crouch low. So we thought that new crouch low in hit becomes a second hit burst, but it's actually just an enhanced version of the low, which is part of his hit system mechanic, which is actually really nice, because that implies that whilst he's not in hit, it's actually not launch punishable. But when he is in hit and has the enhanced version, actually becomes really unsafe. That's what I'm assuming. And as a last main, bro, we take those. Any low that's not launch punishable, we take it. So this is good. Just opens. It basically gives me a hell sweep in crouch. It's pretty nice. The second ability allows the use of new silent entry transition moves. So we have an example here of Rebellion, which is forward 3+4. So now I don't really fully understand this one, but from what I can tell, his hit. So from what I can guess, his hit silent entry might be different from his regular silent entry. How can I explain this? The silent entry has that power crush, right? The new power crush. So that becomes like super safe maybe, which gives him more access to like his regular silent entry transition moves. But I'm not really familiar with this one. I'm not really sure. We have to see more footage, maybe see the people that tried Lars out at the tests actually talk about this more, because this is kind of new to me as well. So Rebellion forward 1+2, forward 3+4, like is that a new stance? So we have to see. But already the first one is just good enough. It's good enough. And the second one, I hope is good as well. I really hope it's good. Like, Lars deserves justice, right? Lars deserves to be good. My boy has been holding L's for far too long. Bro, just make him good. Please, Namco, make him good. Okay, let's move on to Xiao. Ling Xiao Yu, the Dancing Phoenix, allows the use of the powered up version of Hypnotist. So I believe Hypnotist is back 1+2. I don't really play Xiao Yu, but I do know Hypnotist is that stance where she like holds her arms forward, then starts stepping towards the left. She also gets an unblockable if she like walks a certain distance. So they're saying moves done out of that stance are enhanced. Now, like I said, I don't really play Xiao Yu, but from the trailer, I think they did show a glimpse of this in the footage. I'll try to like look for content on this and like add it to the video. But anyway, it's self-explanatory, guys. Hypnotist stance has enhanced moves, which is pretty good. Pretty good. Jack 8 High-Tech Annihilator allows the use of the powered up version of Gamma How. From my research, I think the Gamma How is the stance, right? The flex stance or the Zangief stance or the Giga stance, whatever you want to call it. But basically, I think it becomes armored when he is in hit, right? Then it's like normal. It's just a normal stance when he's not powered up, but in hit it becomes super armor, which is freaking scary, guys. Like Jack, I think would be one of the better characters in Tekken 8 as well, because like Jack without all this shit can just still poke you to death with forward 1 and down back 1 and with punish down forward 2. It's enough to make him a good character, just those twos alone. But now you give him super armor whilst in hit. Jesus Christ, bro, he's gonna be such a fucking menace to deal with. Like Jack, I believe will be one of the good characters. Mark my words, I'm pretty sure about this if this stays. But anyway, like I said, guys, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is just the alpha, right? Really early stuff, so we'll just see how it goes. Nina Williams, who I believe is the final character, allows the use of the powered up version. Bro, not now, I'm trying to make a video. Jesus. Allows the use of the powered up version of handgun moves. So this is self-explanatory as well. She probably has like the guns in normal stance, but whilst in hit, they become enhanced. Probably more damage, maybe more hits, more gunshots, maybe more range or something. Probably some kind of properties like that. So all we have to do is wait. I haven't actually seen so much on Nina in terms of like gameplay and just like everything overall. So I'm not really sure what she does, you know, with the guns, but all we know is that they're just basically powered up pistols. So that's all the characters, guys. In total, 10 characters for the alpha. Probably we get a beta as well. So now, like I said, this just makes the hit mechanics so much fun, so much better. Every character having that their unique kind of abilities whilst in this mode is just gonna be so fun. Obviously, they're gonna be bad hit systems. They're gonna be good. You know, tier list will start. People will be salty, right? But they're just so interesting. June being able to heal, loses health. You know, Paul guard breaks, low with the nunchucks, King with the freaking, you know, Ahmad Jaguar sprint and the replenish on his hit gauge. You know, Lars hell sweep, enhanced hell sweep, Xiao powered up moves. Like it's just so fun. It's something really fun, and I'm really excited for this. Like I really can't wait. Ah man, I can't wait. Anyway guys, I really hope you enjoyed my video. If you made it this far, please leave a like, subscribe, all that jazz. Like, there's so much going on with Tekken right now, and I'll do my best to cover everything that's out. I'll post on my community tab, news, everything. Don't get left behind. You know, subscribe. You know, help your boy out, and thanks for watching guys. If you made it this far, I love you, I love the support, and yeah, take care my boys. GG.